Okay, we're gonna get started on episode number 4, Road to Grandmaster. So right now you're at Gold 1 as Zerg, and then you're gonna play against a Terran who's unranked, so we don't know how good he is. I mean, he could be a Smurf, he can be super bad, but we'll see. We're starting at 8 drones right now. So I don't know if this is like the PTR, if they actually implemented it into the season, but let's see when he makes the Overlord. It'll be at. It seems like he's trying to do a 10 Overlord, sending the main Overlord, the first Overlord, to the enemy's main base, which is good, and makes the Overlord at 10. So I think last game we lost to a proxy 1 Rax, but I think it just put us really behind. We'll see if it's going to be another proxy. Want to make sure of that. And then just make sure we don't get too far behind during the macro stage, the early game and mid game, because that really put us behind. And a lot of it was just trying to defend. We had to make like 3 spine crawlers and defend the proxy. So the drone's coming up to the main base. Let's see what the drone sees. At this point, we want to see like a barracks being produced. A supply depot should be finished by now. Okay, so we don't see any barracks. I'd be a little bit worried that there might be a proxy, but I just don't know the timing about this patch yet, so we don't know. It's a little bit suspicious that he had to pull 2 SCVs in order to push your drone away, but I think that second SCV was probably making a barracks. Or maybe he's going command center first, so we don't know yet. It's a little bit worrying. So I'd be a little bit cautious at this point, but it is still early in the game. Your main Overlord is going to the enemy's natural just to make sure that he's going CC if a Marine's going to pop out. So we will see. And the SCV is going to scout your main base too. Oh shoot. He pulled all the drones in order to try to kill the SCV. Okay. So the spawning pool is going to finish. Natural will finish too. We got queens that are now 150 minerals, which is super nice. And then a lot more larva production. Okay, Overlord's coming. I'd be cautious. Sometimes there's going to be a Marine that pops out, but maybe his barracks was a little bit late, so you'll get away with it. Focusing on pulling the drones off of gas at 100 gas to get that metabolic boost. And the Overlord does not see a command center in the natural. Oh, but we do see a Marine, so it's not a proxy. But there's a chance you might lose this Overlord, unfortunately. So I think, okay, so you spread creep. This is why I think in this base, let me see if I could zoom this in. In this map, I like to put the Overlord, you kind of dance around because you want to make sure that the Overlord gets a good scout on the barracks. You're trying to see if the barracks is being made and what's he doing with that barracks. So after like, he went Marine first, but after the Marine and Reaper, are they making either a tech lab or a reactor with that barracks? And then, so usually by the time your Overlord gets to that base, you should see the Reaper come out or a Marine come out. But since you're on this edge right here of the wall, then you can dance around and the Marine can't get you. And they usually don't make 2 Marines unless they're playing a super aggressive build. It's usually 1 Marine and 1 Reaper. And then they have to start teching up to the tech lab or a reactor. So you could just dance around the Overlord on top of this wall and then the bottom and eventually go towards the right side toward the main. Because if you're dancing around right at the natural, one is that especially if they make the command center on top of their main base, we don't really get a good scout. Just letting you know. I know not much better, but okay, let's continue. So we have Zerglings coming in across the map. We're about to take the third base. Supply blocked from that Overlord being killed, but hopefully we pre-made some Overlords. So it's really important to see what we see with these Zerglings. Hopefully, because we don't see anything yet, hopefully we see a base being made by the Terran. The creep spread's really good so far. But I think you can make one right now. That's really good. Okay, so you're waiting on metabolic boost. So you can just like fly into the base, see what's up. Okay, metabolic boost finishes. You see a bunker. How do you react? This tells me that he's playing a little bit cautious. He's worried about you attacking him. So it sounds like he could be macroing, but we really don't see the confirmation of the command center. It's highly likely because of the placement of the bunker, but just to be sure. So we see, yeah. So we see Bio. He's either researching stim or combat shields. Usually it's stim first. And then we see a reactor. So a lot of Marines are going to be coming out. We don't really see a third CC yet. So this is a little bit more on the aggressive side. Sometimes people go 1-1-1 and then the 3 CC opening, which is the ultimate greed opening. But right now it's pretty standard. A timing like this I would see would hit around, I mean in the old patch at least, maybe like 8 minutes, something like that. So you have a lot of time to drone up your 3 bases just to really get a good saturation and income. But it just looks like Bio. That was a really good scout. Taking your second gas early, I think after seeing this, it just depends on what you're going. If you're going Roaches, Roach Ravager, even if you were going Roach Ravager, you're already getting your second gas without even saturating your natural yet. So I think the priorities are a little bit off, because even if I was going Roaches or Hydroling Bane against this Bio, I wouldn't get my second gas until I probably have 3 base saturation of minerals. Because minerals are super important early in the game. You're going to be making so many queens, all your drones. None of that requires gas. So, and you didn't even start your layer yet. So you're not really committing into Roaches or a heavy gas income yet, unless you're going for early upgrades or something like that. But I think at this point you don't need your second gas saturated until you probably have maybe 48 drones, which is a 3 base saturation. Because a lot of times I'm watching people like Sort of or Cyril, you just stick on 1 gas until you get full 3 base saturation, and then you get your second gas, third gas, and fourth gas. But as long as you have 16, 16, 16 mineral saturation. That could put you at a little bit of a... It's like you're trying to run with a parachute strapped behind your back, because let's see how your gas income happens or occurs. You might have excess gas, and as long as you use the gas, but I think because in this situation I would prefer to go Ling Bane Hydra, which doesn't really require as much. And even the Baneling nest is a little bit early. Like I said too, getting this much gas this early is a little bit of a bottleneck, because you're still at this point trying to drone up like crazy. But just a little bit of a tip. The creep spread's really good too. couple times you've been getting supply blocked, which really sucks. Double evolution chamber. Okay. See, I think at this point, I think you have the potential of having a fully saturated third base of just pure minerals. If you didn't take that second and third gas, and maybe didn't take your Baneling Nest yet, because a lot of times you're supposed to make your Baneling Nest after the layer finishes, or maybe yeah, it's layer first for the first 100 gas, and then Baneling Nest and Double Evo when the layer finishes, still off of one gas. So the way I mean, this is just how I play, just because I don't want to be too far behind. But with this, when you put the drones back into the gas, the first 100 minerals are into the layer, and you're still off of 100 gas. When that layer finishes, you should be at full 3 base saturation of minerals, starting a 4th base, and you take your 2nd, 3rd, and 4th gas, Baneling Nest, and double evolution chamber. I mean, this is getting way too into it anyway, but I think it's like you have the larva for sure to make all the bunch of drones if you had an extra 100 minerals for a Baneling Nest and um, let's see, like six more drones that weren't mining gas. So I think you have the potential to, because you have a lot of queens too for defense. You have spore crawlers. You know he's kind of playing macro. He's not going to attack until earliest 8 minutes. So you can drone heavy for sure and even take a 4th base. But still, even despite that, your macro is really good. You're getting +1/+1 melee. You have a drop coming in. It's just a really weak. This is something that can be defended with your queens. Just one medevac. Even without the Zerglings, because he probably, I don't know, Stim could be finished, but usually Terrans will attack with 2 medevacs because one medevac and a pack of Marines aren't that much of a threat. The queen production is really good. This is where it gets really hard to micro though, for me at least, where I struggle with splitting the queens, because I think for you too, it's I think you have all the queens on the same hotkey. But yeah, I mean, this is, you probably have more queens than he has Marines. It's not that big a deal. And you'll transfuse. He just lost 100 minerals right there. You lost nothing. It's really good. Really good stuff. Great defense to make sure he doesn't drop into the main. It can be a huge hassle. This is where it's becoming a hard thing, is when you have so many queens, you're hotkeying all of the queens into the same group, which is what I do. And I struggle with either my creep is really good and then my injects are really bad, or my injects are really good and then my creep shred's really bad, because all of them are on the same hotkey. But yeah, definitely, hopefully you fix the drones going into the 3rd base, because there's heavy oversaturation, so that's good. You got 1/1 finishing. I think you got Baneling speed, hopefully, right? Oh shoot. Okay, just started. You got an infestation pit. This is really good macro. But I think in terms of the potential of where you could have been, I think if you had taken early, prioritize those minerals, the mineral saturation, before getting the gas. Because look at your gas right now. You're at 800. You don't really have a Roach Warren. You don't have the infestation. You don't have Hive Tech yet. So nothing, even if you wanted to, you don't really have anything that you can make to use the gas. So I think you definitely at this stage, if you all of that 800 gas, which is the equivalent of like 2400 minerals, that you could be at 5 base saturation, still off of Ling Bane and Queen, but your macro could be a lot better if you didn't take those gases early. You saturated the minerals a lot more quicker, because even you've been taking upgrades, you've been getting an infestation pit, a layer, all of that, but you're still super high on gas. So just a heads up. I think that'll help your gameplay really good. But still, after all of that, your macro's really good, especially at this time. As soon as your infestation pit, if you're planning on going ultras, start your hive. That's really good. Baneling speed's about to finish. Now, we know for sure Terran's got bio. He just started third base, so you can be a little bit more safe. This is where it gets really scary because bio is super flexible. They can drop into your main base, but you know you have the spores. But sometimes they can just stim in and then kill one of your 4th bases or your 5th bases. So having spotters like Zerglings outside of the enemy's main base or a little bit outside of your base to give yourself a heads up. This is the same reason why we're seeing sensor towers in the Terran, because he also wants to see ahead of time if you're going to attack him. So you should probably do the same thing, just putting spotter Zerglings. There's a sensor tower in the middle that would help you out, but your creep spread's really good anyway, so you're still going to get a little bit of a warning ahead of time that he's going to attack you. You got an Overlord in your main base, so hopefully you don't lose this. Oh, almost transfused it. Where's your Zerglings? So when you're attacking, oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot, dude, that's crazy. Okay. So your bank's crazy. You got almost 2,000 resources of minerals and gas. That's really good. But I think right now, usually that's your bottleneck. In StarCraft, usually your bottleneck is your resources, but you have plenty of bank. You could be almost maxed out at this point if you just maybe used your larva. Ling Bane is super larva heavy, and let's see. I think you're trying to, because we know you have the larva to make units, but maybe you're trying to wait until you go into Ultralisks. You're getting +1 missile attacks. Okay, Ultralisk Cavern finishes. And you made a crap ton of Ultralisks, so this is really good. He's not paying attention, so you're just gonna try to get him. There we go. That's really nice. Yeah, so that's the problem, is that when you have so many queens, you're using the queens to like spread creep, but they're at the same time not injecting. So missing in an injection cycle is huge, right? It makes 3 larvae every 25 seconds or 30 seconds. So if you miss 1 cycle, that's the same thing as like a pack of Hellions coming in and losing 3 drones. And if you're on 5 bases and you miss an injection cycle, that's like the potential of losing 15 drones. 15 drones, but at this stage could be army, you know. But I mean, luckily you're maxed out. It's just at this point whoa, how long has he had that base? Or is his macro like crazy and he's already expanded to that corner? But that is crazy. Shoot, he's got Liberators, but let's see if you can get this base. I think you'll be able to get it, right? Yeah, yeah, good. I was gonna be like, there's no way you don't get it. And I think all your Ultralisks survive, so that's really good. Let's see if he has his top base too. Oh shoot. Alright, so situations like this, where this is what it's gonna look like the whole game, where you have the army to kill him actually, but Terrans just, with their bio, their mobility is insane, and then they just stim and kite you, so this is perfect for if you just, instead of, and you have the resources, just 1 or 2 infestors to just fungal and then win the game. But I think he still won the game. He's gonna do a counterattack. So either send back an army. There we go. And you're going Hydras, which is really good. Sometimes it's super expensive to go both Hydras and like melee units because of the difference in upgrades, but there we go. Those Spore Crawlers came in handy. The Zerglings come in. That's nice to pull your Zerglings away. That's really good. Damn, he's doing a double prong on you on your 6th base. Losing some drones over there. But I don't think that's the biggest priority. Your bank is really good right now. This is a really good game. Good macro, good creep spread. I think we have the army. It's just the Terran's bio is just, he's gonna, this is like when we play 2v2 and we're just trying to stall and we're throwing Zerglings here, throwing Zerglings there, just so they don't, like the Protoss doesn't just walk down our base. I think this is the equivalent of the Terran's just trying to stall so that he can get ghosts and tech up. But I think you have the potential to win the game right now. Max supply, and you got a ton of bank. It's looking really good. Does he have that base? No, so Terran's either still at, I think you're scared a little bit of the Liberators, but good call on making the Hydras. Okay, so he still doesn't have that base. You're just trying to get a good opening. Oh shoot, I think... Okay, here we go. Yep, perfect. There's no defense over here. You're able to kind of do multiple attacks, get some drones, kill some of the army. A lot of Marauders and Liberators though. Jesus. So Spellcasters. I think Spellcasters at this point. There we go. Okay, killing that base was huge. Hopefully you can either get those SC fees. Okay, so we see a lot of Marauders, we see a lot of Liberators. Good time to make Broodlords. Let's see. You don't have a Greater Spire, but you have a Spire. You're super low on gas though, so I feel like I can understand you're going Ling Hydra now instead, because I think you only have, yeah, you have a decent amount of gases. You have like 10 gas saturation, but you just need time. You're probably going to go Hydra Ling Bane now because the Ultralisks just got demolished by the Marauders and the Liberators. Shoot. I think you can clean this up. Good sandwich, really good sandwich. Liberators are out of position. Your Hydras are going to come in and kill the Liberators anyway. Let's see, you got a run by coming to the top base. It's really good. Nice job. I think you lost a little bit of army, but it's good injects. Almost killed that base too. Okay, so he's going heavy Marauder. So usually Ling Bane, if you're going Ling Bane, I would have stuck to melee units because you can go Ling, Bane, Ultras, and then you can also go Ling, Bane, Broodlords. But instead, you went Ling, Bane, Hydra, Lurker, Or I don't know if you're going lurkers now, or you just went Hydras in order to kill the... Yeah, you don't have a lurker den. But I think at this point, you would either commit to melee, which is... It's fine if you go Ultralisks, but if you had Broodlords, then this would be like a perfect... Because Corrupt or Broodlord against this, they have, what, 5 Marines against this? But it's hard to predict all that. It's hard to predict that he was going to go so heavy on Liberators and Marauders, but it's just anticipating that. This is a pretty good attack. The Hydras are coming in. Liberators aren't going to target really these Hydras. Ghosts, oh my god, this is kind of scary though. Okay. Lot of Liberators coming into your main base, but yeah, you still have those Spore Crawlers. So it's not that big a deal. This is going to be a nasty attack though. Let's see. Oh man. Okay. You got a decent amount of Hydras. This is looking... oh, nice. Nice dash. I think you might be able to clean this up. Nice, nice. There we go. Okay. So you're at... I think you're going to... You just droned. Because you know you're safe. Holy crap, there's so many Liberators. You're actually low on minerals still, but... Okay. So obviously the Hydras are working. But they're not something that can end the game. Because against planetary fortresses, against like a huge amount of Liberators, this is where you really want to get tier 3. So either make the Hydras into Lurkers, or go to Broodlords, or back into Ultras with Infestors. Being stuck on Zergling Hydra, you just went backwards a little bit. You're back to tier 2 units. You have the potential to make a big army if you made a Lurker Den. But I think, man, this is a good game. Okay. So these are good run buys. You're scouting. You didn't see that he has the top base. So Terran's still on 5 bases. You got really good creep spread. Hopefully, nice. And you're getting that gold base, so your income's really good. Okay. So god dang, you're on like 333 upgrades. You're getting spine crawlers. This is really good. Yeah, sometimes when you drone too much, your army is just so small, so especially on Ling Bane, you want to be around like 80 drones. This is really good. Nice. Okay, I'm just watching the gold because if they attack top right, oh, this is super good. There we go. A lot of Marines die right there. There we go. Second medevac. Yeah. So if a Terran's attacking your top right, they always multi-prong. So they're gonna attack your bottom left. That's good. So you're just gonna send it to the top base. This might be dangerous, but getting a lot of Liberators. So is this becoming a base trade? Oh shoot, I think you just made a ton of drones instead of army, huh? Let's see. Oh shoot. Long, yeah. Fine. So you still have that gold, nice. So if you can just put drones back into there, get your gold base, I think you'll be okay. Thankfully, some ultras are coming out. I was starting to get worried. Okay. I wouldn't be too worried, because the Terran's still on 4, 5 bases. You just lost your 6th or 7th base, so you're not too far behind. And you have the gold. Okay, now we're going into Broodlords, maybe? Oh shoot, there's a ton of drones there. Do we have... Yeah, let's try to get more bases, because there's a lot of drones, which is good. I thought... Okay, now, let's figure this out. I don't know what your army composition is, because there's some Hydras, there's... Ultralifts. See, that's the problem. It's like you just need minerals, but like every base is completely saturated right now. You could have used so much gas on like infestors. That would help you out a lot. Because especially if you're going ultras, you can do the microbial shroud. Okay, nice. Terran still doesn't have that 5th base. The nasty drop coming in. Again, so if he's dropping that right side, just watch out for your gold. Because if you F2 that whole army to the right side. Okay, so he's just full sending it to the right side. So, but still, be cautious. You don't want to lose that gold now. Okay, after these corruptors are made, I feel a lot more confident. Because we now have... Yeah, if you make Brood Lords, this would be really good. Maybe kill the Medivacs first, kill the Liberators. Okay, you're making Brood Lords, but you're maxed out. This is good. Oh yeah, this is really good. Gonna kill those Medivacs. Get that police. Oh, I think he was about to attack your gold, but the Terran F2'd. Jeez, this is a good army. Just try not to overextend. You did your job. You killed that base, but I think we lost a couple Ultralisks for no reason. That's like the worst. No. Oh Jesus. Oh no. We have the bank, it's fine. Dude, are we gonna lose those Broodlords? Oh jeez. Okay, it's fine. We still have the bank. At least we killed that base. But if we just like went back home after that, there's no way you were gonna push up that ramp. That's crazy. We went Hydra lane. Nice. Damn, he's killing your overseers. Shoot. Are you gonna dash? No. Dude, this is like close. I thought for sure you won the game after that. Okay. See, these Hydras could be lurkers right now too. It's so hard to as Terran against Bio when you go lurkers. Terran must be broke right now. I feel like this is his last army. If you kill this, he'll GG because he's not expanding at all. Bunch of liberators, so I mean I guess it's fine that you didn't morph into lurkers. There we go. It's a pretty good attack. You got him off guard. This is good. I doubt he has the money anymore. He's still on 4 bases, right? I mean, we don't know. Like, the way these orbital commands drop meals is kind of crazy sometimes. This is good. What ability? The dash? Oh my god. Yeah, that was a really good game. That was a good game. Man, I think there is some obviously room for improvement, but overall, I mean, if we're just talking about like Gold League right now, this is really good. 2.5 MMR. That's nice. All right.